In the last lesson, we talked about the slope-intercept form of a line and how you can find the slope and the y-intercept from that equation. In this lesson, we're going to talk about the point-slope form of a line. And the point-slope form is just simply as its name implies. It is an equation that tells you what the point is, or what one point is on that line, and then also what the slope is on that line. So the point-slope form of a line is y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1, where x1 and y1 are the coordinates of one point on the line, and m is the slope. All right. So if we're given the equation y minus 7 is equal to 3 times x minus 4, well, if we write this down, y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. All right. So we notice here, first of all, we notice that it's all subtracting. So y minus 7, so this is our y1 is equal to 3. Well, 3 is our slope. That's our m, okay? And the 4 is our x1. All right, so the point that we're given here, right? The point is always written as x and then a y. So in this case, it would be 4, parentheses, 4, comma, 7. All right? And our slope, which is always our m value, is 3. It's that easy. All right? All you have to do is just look at it. There's no calculation involved in this at all. All right? The next one, okay, y minus 1 is equal to 1/3 times x plus 6, okay? Y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. Okay, so now the thing that we're looking at here, okay, y minus y1, okay, y minus 1 is going to be our y1, okay? 1/3 is our slope, or our m value. Now here's the little different part. Here's the little tricky part. Is that we have a plus sign. Over here we have a minus sign in the basic equation. Well, if you remember, a double negative makes a positive. Okay, so this would be the same thing as saying x minus a negative 6. Okay, so this one here is the x1 is equal to negative 6. Okay, you're gonna always look at the opposite of what it is there. So our point is x is negative 6 and y is 1, and our slope is 1/3. Okay, so if I look back at the other one, okay, all right, yeah, and something that's important to notice here is that the last number is always your x value. Okay, so it's easy to get that confused. Okay, once again, we look here, both of these are negatives. So without writing the equation down, our point is 2 and 5, and our slope is simply 2. All right. Now, I've got another one, same as what the one was before. We have a minus here and a plus here. So remember, we can look at that plus as being a negative or minus a negative 3, okay? Minus a negative 3. So our point is negative 3 and 2. If this over here was a plus, then that would have been a negative 2, but it's not. And our slope is 2/3, okay? Now it asks us to write the point-slope form of an equation with a slope of 4 that passes through the points 5, negative 2, okay? So remember, you go y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1, okay? We just plug it in. Y minus y1, okay? This is x, this is y, okay? So y minus negative 2, is equal to the slope of 4 times x minus, and the x value is 5, okay? So we're almost done except for this double negative up here. So this would be y plus 2 is equal to 4 times x minus 5, okay? Make sure that you always simplify that if you have a double negative. Don't leave it as a double negative. Change it to a positive if you have that. All right. Another example. Okay. Write down the equation. Y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. All right. So we end up with y minus, our y is 7. Okay. Is equal to m, which is negative 5, times x minus, our x value is a negative 3. Okay, once again, we have a double negative here. So we end up with y minus 7 is equal to negative 5 times x plus 3. All right, and so that should do it, I believe. I think that's it for it. Yep, that's it for this lesson. So make sure that you've written down that point slope form of the equation, and make sure you ask questions if you have any, and we'll talk to you all later on.